Hi there, my name is Emily Redmond Hall and I am a local Ojai musician. I've lived here since I was about 4, so I've received most of my musical education in Ojai. Went to school all the way from Summit School and then graduated Nordhoff High School, so I'm an alumni of the Nordhoff High School Music Department. First I want to talk about the different programs that I did growing up, kind of how I got started in music. I began singing at a very early age. You know, I was like that kindergartner who was belting her little face off at the kindergarten talent show. And I started playing piano when I was 6. I started with the Children's Music Academy program. They're a very comprehensive piano/music theory program, so that helped me a lot with my literacy in music theory and the language of music. So that really helped me to build a foundation upon later on in life. So in Ojai specifically, I really loved going to the Imagine concerts. I remember going to those every single year. And then when I reached middle school, I started performing in them. So that transition from audience member to performer is something I've experienced a lot in my music career, but it was really cool to have that happen at such a young age. And I loved going to the music van at Ojai Day, because it showed me all of these options of instruments that I could choose from. So I actually didn't choose a wind instrument until I was about 8. I was in 4th grade at Miramonte Elementary, and I decided to start the flute. Because with the music van, I had tried the brass and I had tried the reeds, and they were just not happening. But the flute I felt pretty proficient at, and I started giving lessons to other students pretty soon after that. So I felt just really in love with the instrument of the flute, and Laura Walter was my incredible flute teacher in high school, and really helped me to just boost my skills and my technique, and I'm forever grateful about that. Going through high school, I thought that I would pursue it more professionally rather than as a hobby. As I got to college, I realized that the really intense vocal studies that I was doing were kind of overwhelming me, trying to focus on both instruments at once. So I ended up still playing flute in all the bands and orchestras, but now I just play it as a hobby, and I actually have my degree in classical voice. Ojai and its musical culture in general very much shaped me as a musician. I especially love the Ojai Music Festival. To have such an amazing world-renowned music festival in our own tiny little town is so cool and so rewarding. And being able to volunteer there as a teenager was so important to me, because it opened my eyes to what classical music could be. It wasn't just Bach and Haydn and Beethoven. It was all of these weird contemporary works that I just loved, and they were so inventive. And, you know, it's not usual for anyone to be exposed to that kind of music, much less a teenager in a tiny town. So that was really, really cool. How has music impacted my life? I mean, it is my life. It's everything that I want to do. Ever since I was a kid, performance was something that gave me a great pride and peace at the same time. And when I was in college, that really solidified that I needed to make my career out of music as I was expanding my repertoire with classical music. So now I teach at the Children's Music Academy, where I once went. I teach about children ages 3 to 10, so I teach them basic piano skills and music theory. So the hopes that, just like me, they will accelerate onto their high school programs and have that amazing foundation of music literacy that I had. And I am one of the vocal directors at Ojai Youth Entertainers Studio. I also have a private voice studio. I work with mostly youth singers, and so being able to help them find their voice is also an awesome thing that I get to do. So working with kids is particularly rewarding and just nourishing to the soul, because it really is like passing the baton to them and contributing to their musical education. When you had so many contribute to yours, it's so cool to pass that on and watch as they grow and their skills and talents just flourish, and know that you had a part in that, and that they will always remember, you know, their formative music experiences growing up. So I am always so grateful for the opportunities that I get to work with youth. And I also have become very involved with Ojai's theater community. I have done several shows at the Ojai Arts Center. I also sing and help direct Madrigali, which is our amazing Renaissance music group here in Ojai. And I'm also helping with music at the new Ojai Valley Artist Theater Ensemble, or OVATE. Theater is one of my great loves. And the way that I can marry music and theater together is so important to me. I consider myself very blessed to be at the point that I am with all of my music involvement, but obviously I feel I have so far to go with my career, and performance is really something that gives me so much joy, and I would really like to pursue a career in the theater, and definitely as a singer. I mean, singing is my whole life. So as long as I can make my career something out of singing, whether that's in choral music, solo music, early music, contemporary music, Baroque, romantic, sacred, secular, anything, as long as I can sing, I'm gonna be happy. And as long as I can play the flute on the side, that makes me happy too. So thank you so much for the opportunity to talk about myself and sing the praises of Ojai's youth music programs. I love them. I am so grateful to them, and they really shaped me into the person that I am today.